Trowunna. What we do here at the Wildlife Sanctuary is we are very heavily involved with the rescue, rehabilitation and reintegration back into the wild of Tasmanian native wildlife. You never know who you're going to bump into at the park here. It's actually a native wildlife corridor as well.
Oh, yeah.
So for hundreds of years, both people and animals have been traversing from the highlands down through this karst landscape and dispersing down into the lowlands down here to them. Their mothers were hit by cars on our roads. We see a lot of individuals come through our gates as a direct result of traffic. So because Tasmania has such a high density of wildlife in a small surface area, you do see a lot of roadkill around the area. So one of the ways that you can help out our native wildlife is by putting an old pair of gloves in your car and moving dead animals off the road. You can check for signs of life in the pouch, and you can also prevent any of our predators such as spotted-tailed quolls or birds of prey from being hit by cars. Also, they become quite focused on their food. Tasmanian Devils have got a bit of a bad rap for being aggressive. Unfortunately for them, they just can't speak any other language.
No.
When they talk, it always comes out
Really?
the same. Just around the rump area there. See, she's more than comfortable there at the moment.
Yeah.
She's got some big shape coming into her nesting box. She's gonna tell me off. So these are the world's largest carnivorous marsupials. They're the biggest meat-eating mammal with a pouch on the planet. They are only found here in Tasmania. They died out on the mainland 600 years ago.
Wow.
So every Tasmanian devil has a different set of white stripes. It's one of the ways that we can identify each individual, and they've all got different personalities. So Moana, she'll live for around 5 to 6 years. 6 to 7 in captivity, but we have had one girl called Mawina live to 9.5 years of age here at the sanctuary. When they give birth, they've got 4 teats in their pouch, so give birth to multiple young, 20 to 30 little embryonic jelly beans, half the size of a grain of rice, and they'll make it upwards into the pouch. The teats will swell up in their mouth and they'll become fixed there for a little while. And little young Tasmanian devils are called imps or joeys, and I've spent about 4 months with mum. 6 months with mum before they disperse, I should say. But when they're about 3 to 4 months of age, they'll bite hold of mum's back or bite hold of her fair, and she'll carry them around the bush. It's called jockeying. It's a bit like riding a horse, yeah. So, yeah, imps or joeys, they're called. And you can see her long whiskers there. So with devils, it's mainly about bluff. It's all about bluff in the Tasmanian devil world. So she's got big whiskers over her eyes, on the side of her cheek and on her snout there. And that's how she can gauge exactly how far away other devils are when she's feeding. What else do you want to know about you?
She looks pretty happy.
She's pretty happy. She's got 4 fingers and a thumb, just like us. You see the little wet nose there?
Yeah.
The moisture aids with her sense of smell, and she can smell a dead animal from over 2.5 kilometres away. So
Wow.
excellent sense of smell. So they're carrion eaters. Carrion is what they like to eat best. Their diet can consist of frogs, lizards, snakes. They can eat birds, mammals, kelp maggots, insects, some plant matter, and they've even been known to steal people's thongs and shoes. They're not fussy eaters. I'll just give you a heads up, guys. They're going to be having a chicken this morning, and then, so if anyone's a little bit averse to that sort of thing,
I think the chicken's dead.
It is. So Arf, the noise that she's making there, that's a happy noise for a Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
And they don't go out and look for food in packs. They they scavenge singularly, but they will come together communally to eat. And as far as I know, they are the only species of mammal to do that. This is Merlin. You can see the difference between the male and the female there. The male has a larger head and a slightly larger body.
Oh yeah.
This is one of the reasons that they are so vitally important to the health and the well-being of our environment. Little black and white scavengers, and they keep the bush nice and healthy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just imagine the roadkill and what have you if something didn't eat them.
Exactly right, exactly right. So in 1996, the Tasmanian devil was declared endangered due to devil facial tumour disease, and they were predicting the total extinction of the species by 2006 back then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thanks to breeding programs like Trowunna's and the other wildlife parks and zoos that are involved. we have enough genetic diversity in captivities to sustain the survival of the species indefinitely.
Oh, that's good.
But it is looking as though that they are building their own immunity or natural resistance to devil facial tumour disease out there in the wild, which is great to hear. What devil facial tumour disease is, it's a 100% fatal contagious cancer which is spread through biting. In particular, it's called a Schwann cell, and effectively what's happening is one devil's biting the other devil, and it's implanting the Schwann cell into their face. Their genetic material, or the genetic diversity was damaged due to the thylacine eagle extermination squad, and it's believed that due to that lack of genetic diversity in some populations of Tasmanian devils, that's the reason that they're allowing a foreign cell to be able to grow. The further north you go. So they're the largest species of hawk quail in Australia. They are the northern quail, western quail, eastern quail, spotted tail quail. And he's the most easily distinguished because he's the only species that spots all the way down his tail. Their threats out there in the wild are habitat destruction, and that's their main threat, and any interaction with people, any negative interaction with people. For instance, they have been known to begin into people's chicken sheds and eat their chickens. We just need to learn to become better builders, otherwise we're just setting up a free drive-through and expecting them not to use it.
Look, big Joey too by the looks of the feet. Oh look.